AD1 August 21, 2024 Promotion Aptitude Test Questions and Answers Section A. Multiple Choice Questions and Answers. Instruction. Answer all question in this section by circling the letter corresponding to the correct best answer on your question paper. 1. Which of the following statement best describes the assessment for learning by the teacher? A. Assessment conducted at the end of teaching interaction. B. Assessment conducted during teaching interactions. C. Assessments conducted to determine grades. D. Assessments conducted to determine grades. Answer. B. Assessment conducted during teaching interactions. 2. The School Management Committee (SMC) was established to help A. Ensure participation in Ghana by the directorates at the basic level. B. Ensure stakeholder participation in governance at the basic level. C. Improve governance at the high school level. D. Improve governance at the primary school level. Answer. B. Ensure stakeholder participation in governance at the basic level. 3. Which of the following would be undertaken in a learner-centered school? A. Parents are encouraged to design the curriculum. B. Students are encouraged to design the curriculum. C. Teachers are encouraged to avoid tests and other assessments. D. Teachers are encouraged to develop lesson plans based on the existing knowledge. Answer. D. Teachers are encouraged to develop lesson plans based on the existing knowledge. 4. Which of the following is not a value of the education sector? A. Accountability and transparency. B. Efficient management of resources. C. Financial resource inflows. D. Quality education. Answer. C. Financial resource inflows. 5. The focus on inclusive education is to increase the A. Integration of basic, secondary, and tertiary systems of education. B. Integration of various subject disciplines such as arts, science, and business. C. Participation of all staff in decision-making including non-teaching staff. D. Participation of all students in schools including those with disabilities. Answer. D. Participation of all students in schools including those with disabilities. 6. The principal strategy adopted for universal design for learning includes A. Adopting multiple ways of representing content to students and for students to represent learning back. B. Asking parents to sign the completed assignments to indicate that they are supervising their wards. C. Giving students quizzes at the end of every lesson to access the learning that has taken place. D. Inviting parents to attend meetings with teachers and participate in the school's open day. Answer. A. Adopting multiple ways of representing content to students and for students to represent learning back. 7. What is the core mandates of the Ghana Education Service? A. To develop national curriculum on education to be implemented by the Ministry of Education. B. To formulate approved national policies and programs on education. C. To implement approval national policies and programs on education. D. To prepare approved salary structure for teachers for the Ministry of Education. Answer. C. To implement approved national policies and programs on education. 8. The governing body the Ghana Education Service is the A. Director of Education. B. Ghana Education Service Council. C. The Director General of Ghana Education. D. The Ghana Education Service Headquarters. Answer. B. Ghana Education Service Council. 9. Which of the following statements is not considered among the specific duties of the Ghana Education Service? A. To develop educational policies and programs. B. To maintain professional standards and conducts. C. To register teachers and keep an up-to-date register of all public systems. D. To register, supervise, and inspect private pre-tertiary educational institutions. Answer. A. To develop educational policies and programs. 10. The teaching strategy that consists of the efforts of teachers to respond to variance among learners in the classroom is commonly referred to as A. Cooperative instruction. B. Differentiated instruction. C. Focused instruction. D. Team instruction. Answer. B. Differentiated instruction. 11. Which of the following statements best describes content and process of teaching? A. Content is how students make sense of what they are asked to learn and process is what students are asked to learn. B. Content is how students make sense of what they are asked to learn and process is what the teacher teaches. C. Content is what the teacher teaches and process is how students make sense of what they are asked to learn. D. Content is what the teacher teaches and process is what students are asked to learn. Answer. C. Content is what the teacher teaches and process is how students make sense of what they are asked to learn. 12. The learning strategy that utilizes the practice of using both online and in-person learning experience when teaching students is referred to as A. Blended learning, B. Distance learning, C. Virtual learning, D. Zoom learning. Answer A. Blended learning. 13. Which of the following statement is true about merit and worth in performance evaluation? A. Both merit and worth pertain to measuring an employee's effectiveness. B. Merit pertains to measuring an employee's effectiveness. C. Merit pertains to measuring an employee's value of the school. D. Worth pertains to measuring an employee's effectiveness. Answer A. Both merit and worth pertain to measuring an employee's effectiveness. 14. The purpose of evaluating in education is to A. Assign a mark or score to students. B. Measure the achievements of students. C. Test the students in a subject. D. Make judgment about the quality of learning. Answer D. Make judgment about the quality of learning. 15. Effective classroom management strategies do not include A. Encouraging initiatives. B. Letting students help establish guidelines. C. Measuring ideal behavior. D. Providing textbooks. Answer D. Providing textbooks. 16. Effective teaching recommendation include 1. Present new material in small steps with learner practice after each step. 2. Guide learners as they begin to practice. 3. Provide systematic feedback and corrections. 4. Teachers consult parents on what to teach. A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 2, 3 and 4. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer B. 1, 2 and 3 only. 17. The 5 principles for leadership of learning includes all the following except A. A focus on learning. B. Equality and equity. C. Learning dialogue. D. Shared accountability. Answer: equality and equity. 18. Lifelong learning is driven by the goal of A. Achieving education progress. B. Achieving education sustainability. C. Improving attendance. D. Improving test scores. Answer A. Achieving education progress. 19. A test that measures a student knowledge or skill in relation to a curriculum standard is referred to as A. Criterion referenced. B. Norm referenced. C. Issues referenced. D. Textbook referenced. Answer A. Criterion referenced. 20. The core elements of cooperative learning is to A. Encourage contrast between teachers and parents. B. Enables student competition rather than support. C. Promote ability groups. D. Showcase the positive effects of interdependence. Answer D. Showcase the positive effects of interdependence. 21. Which of the following is not an inquiry used for formative assessment? A. Show will strategies get to the next point in the learning. B. Show will student grades be determined? C. Where are students going to their learning? D. Where are students now in their learning? Answer B. Show will student grades be determined? 22. Which of the following is not a principle in managing classroom? A. Focusing on building relationships in the classroom. B. Preparing lesson notes before classroom engagements. C. Setting boundaries and expectations in the classrooms. D. Taking a strength-based approach in teaching. Answer D. Taking a strength-based approach in teaching. 23. The purpose of evaluation is to make students A. Decision. B. Judgment. C. Opinion. D. Prediction. Answer B. Judgment. 24. Which of the following processes is limited to quantitative description of a people performance? A. Assessment. B. Evaluation. C. Measurement. D. Test. Answer C. Measurement. 25. The only apex disciplining authority that has the power to endorse any recommendation to summarily dismiss a teaching and non-teaching personnel from GS is the A. Board of Governors. B. Director General of GS. C. GS Council. D. Ministry of Education. Answer C. GS Council. 26. Which of the following statements accurately describes differentiated instruction? A. Differentiated instruction breaks the lesson notes in smaller units. B. Differentiated instruction facilitates the timely completion of lessons. C. Differentiated instruction is a teacher response to meeting the needs of learners. D. Differentiated instruction works best with a homogeneous learners group. Answer C. Differentiated instruction is a teacher response to meeting the needs of learners. 27. Teachers facilitates effective learning in the classroom when a. A student's destructive behavior is addressed at the end of the class. B. Scheme of work replaces lesson plan. C. Students help in establishing classroom guidelines. D. Verbal communication serves as the only means of communication. Behavior is addressed at the end of the class. Answer C. Students help in establishing classroom guidelines. Use the following scenario to answer questions 28, 29, 30, and 31. A novice teacher noted on a particular day that the teacher to be observed has the students working in groups outside the classroom. The topic for the day was waste management, and the novice teacher observed that the teacher was working around the compound looking the school waste disposal system and taking notes. 28. The teaching strategy adopted by the teacher enables students to a. Apply knowledge in the classroom to solve real-world problems. B. Familiarize themselves with the school compound. C. Focus only on what they are learning in the classroom. D. Illustrate how to use a taught concept. Answer A. Apply knowledge in the classroom to solve real-world problems. 29. Which learning strategy is the teacher promoting in the school? A. Group-based learning. B. Problem-based learning. C. Standards-based learning. D. Students-based learning. Answer sad face C. Standards-based learning. 30. The teaching strategy of the teacher is aimed at developing in the students 1. Critical thinking skills. 2. Communication skills. 3. Analytic thinking skills. 4. Innovative thinking skills. A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1, 2, 3 only. C. 1, 2, 3 and 4. D. 2, 3 and 4 only. Answer C. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 31. Which of the following statements is true about the observed teaching strategy? The challenge. B. Students approach a challenge through different routes. C. Students compete with one another to investigate a challenge. D. Students depend solely on the teacher for assistance to investigate a challenge. Answer B. Students approach a challenge through different routes. 32. The core elements of cooperative learning is to a. Encourage contracts between teachers and parents. B. Foster student competition rather than student support. C. Promote ability groupings. D. Showcase the positive effects of interdependence. Answer D. Showcase the positive effects of interdependence. 33. The pedagogy that is used to actively engage students in the learning process through the integration of reading, writing, discussion, and practical activities is commonly known as A. Activity-based pedagogy. B. Student-based pedagogy. C. Brainstorming pedagogy. D. Mainstreaming pedagogy. Answer A. Activity-based pedagogy. 34. The end-of-term examinations conducted in schools are largely A. Achievement tests. B. Aptitude tests. C. Intelligence tests. D. Standardized achievement test. Answer A. Achievement test. 35. The reappointment of a teacher who was on interdiction as a result of disciplinary decision, but cleared of all charges is referred to as A. Reinstatement. B. Reactivation. C. Recruitment. D. Replacement. Answer A. Reinstatement. 36. Which of the following statements best describes an open school climate? A. All decisions are made by PTA. B. Interactions among stakeholders are promoted. C. Parents do not participate in decision making. D. School heads only interacts with teachers. Answer B. Interactions among stakeholders promoted. 37. The National Teachers Standards is divided into 3 domains, namely A. Professional practice, professional associations, professional license. B. Professional practice, professional knowledge, professional license. C. Professional practice. D. Professional values and attitudes, professional knowledge, professional practice. Answer D. Professional values and attitudes, professional knowledge, professional practice. 38. Which of the following statements about a multi-track, year-round calendar is correct? A. The calendar is intended to decrease the functional capacity of a school. B. The calendar is intended to functional capacity of a school. C. The calendar reduces staffing needs. D. The calendar decreases the need for storage space. Answer B. The calendar is intended to functional capacity of a school. 39. Which of the following statements accurately describes the process of reaching consensus? A. Consensus is the process of reaching an ideal decision. B. Consensus involves reaching a decision everyone can accept. C. Consensus is another term for voting. D. Consensus involves determine which faction's position will prevail. Answer. B. Consensus involves reaching a decision everyone can accept. 40. Which of the following statement best describes uncertainty as it pertains to decision making? A. A lot of time is spent on school improvements efforts. B. Future conditions cannot be predicted accurately. C. Teachers are not interested in participating in school improvement efforts. D. The school head may be autocratic. Answer. B. Future conditions cannot be predicted accurately. 41. What is school philosophy? A. School philosophy addresses the shared values and beliefs of the school. B. School philosophy describes the shared purpose of the school. C. School philosophy entails the strategies for reaching the preferred future. D. School philosophy is the shared preferred future of the school. Answer. A. School philosophy addresses the shared values and beliefs of the school. 42. A conflict matrix in relation to scheduling is designed to determine which of the following courses that A. Courses that cannot be scheduled at any time. B. Courses that cannot be scheduled at the same time. C. Courses that teachers are unwilling to teach. D. Courses that teachers cannot teach. Answer. B. Courses that cannot be scheduled at the same time. 43. Which of the following statements is not true about intensification mandates? They, A. Are imposed on schools from external stakeholders. B. Are uniformly applied to all schools. C. Require schools to do more of what they already were doing. D. Required schools to use their plans to drive improvement. Answer. A. Are imposed on schools from external stakeholders. 44. What is the contract of appointment into the Ghana Education Service (GS) that regulates relationship between the GS and teachers? A. Scheme of service. B. Scheme of work. C. Terms and conditions of service. D. Workman's compensation. Answer. C. Terms and conditions of service. Use the following scenario to answer questions 45, 46, and 47. A teacher taking up assignment at a new school was told by the school head during orientation that a teacher in this school to examine one's underlying beliefs about teaching and learning and one's alignment with actual classroom practice before, during, and after a course is taught. The school head stressed that teachers in the school plan, experience, and evaluate, and the new teacher is to adopt this teaching pedagogy. 45. The culture shared by the school head enables the teachers to A. Conduct self-assessment of their instructional techniques. B. Set the ground rules in the classroom. C. Stay with the instructional pedagogy. D. Work independently in the classroom. Answer. B. Set the ground rules in the classroom. 46. Which of the following statements is true about the culture in the school? The school creates conditions for 1. Practice-based learning settings to support learnings from one's professional experience. 2. Utilization of knowledge transfer from formal acquisition to knowledge. 3. Adoption of observation checklists to guide practice. 4. Peer classroom observation. A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 1, 2, and 4. C. 1, 3, and 4. D. 2, 3, and 4. Answer. A. 1, 2, and 3. 47. What school culture has been shared by the head? A. Innovative practice. B. Reflective practice. C. Student-centered practice. D. Teacher-centered practice. Answer. B. Reflective practice. 48. Which of the following statement is true about school's climate and school culture? A. The school climate is another word for school culture. B. The school climate is part of the school culture. C. The school culture is part of the school climate. D. The school culture is used in JHS and school climate is used in SHS. Answer. B. The school climate is part of the school culture. 49. Which one of the following theories is multiple causation a defining characteristic of needs? A. Classical theory of management. B. Needs theory of management. C. School theory of management. D. Systems theory of management. Answer. D. Systems theory of management. 50. In which of the following situations would peer teaching be adopted as a classroom management strategy? When A. Colleague teachers can teach the same topic. B. The class teacher has to attend staff meeting. C. The class teacher is making assignments. D. Top performers in class can help struggling students. Answer. D. Top performers in class can help struggling students. 51. Which of the following is true about the school's philosophy? It A. Address the shared values and beliefs of the school. B. describes the shared purpose of the school. C. Entails the strategies for reaching the preferred future. D. Is the shared preferred future of the school. Answer A. Address the shared values and beliefs of the school. 52. Which one of the following statements is not correct about intensification mandates? They A. Are imposed on schools from external stakeholders. B. Are uniformly applied to all schools. C. Require schools to use their plans to drive improvement. D. Require schools to do more of what they already were doing. Answer A. Are imposed on schools from external stakeholders. 53. The pursuit of moral and ethical in their schools require teachers to A. Avoid promoting data-driven decision. B. Cater for the needs of their constituency. C. Seek to represent all stakeholders fairly. D. Seek to represent their departments. Answer C. Seek to represent all stakeholders fairly. 54. Planned activities to be implemented in the classroom are best known as A. Instructional procedures. B. Lesson plans. C. Rules and regulations. D. School curriculum. Answer B. Lesson plans. 55. One of the key learning objectives of SDG 4, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, is that the learner A. Knows the basic principles of sustainable planning and building, and can identify opportunities for making their own area more sustainable and inclusive. B. Understands that inequality is a major driver of societal problems and individual dissatisfaction. C. Is able to identify their individual rights and clarify their needs and values related to work. D. Is able to recognize their intrinsic values of education and to analyze and identify their own learning needs in their personal development. Answer D. Is able to recognize their intrinsic values of education and to analyze and identify their own learning needs in their personal development. Section B. True or false questions and answers. 56. Giving teachers the authority and responsibility to apply their own professional knowledge to making decision in their area of responsibility is an important aspect of collegiality. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 57. Teacher survey is not an effective process for collecting data about instructional and organizational effectiveness. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 58. The Ghana Education Service Act 2008, Act 778, is the current act governing Ghana Education Service. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 59. A school's informed organizations refers to the structure of extracurricular activities. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 60. Value-added assessment focuses on student learning gains in an academic year. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 61. Complexity in school scheduling relates to meeting the different needs of students. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 62. School heads should refrain from conducting community surveys. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 63. Novice teachers are socialized in order to perpetuate the culture of the school. C. True. D. False. Answer. A. True. 64. Teachers exercise leadership in the schools in their operations. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 65. Lifelong learning is driven by the goal of achieving education sustainability. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 66. The School Management Committee, SMC, was established to help ensure greater stakeholder participation in governance at the basic level. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 67. The District Education Oversight Committee is to oversee implementation of the decentralized education system at the district and sub-district level. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 68. The reappointment of a teacher who was on interdiction as a result of disciplinary decision but cleared of all charges is referred to as reinstatement. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 69. NASAI, National Schools Inspectorate Authority, is responsible for the registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in pre-tertiary educational institutions. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 70. Sustainable Development Goal, SDG, 4 directly pertains to education. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 71. The key focus of Education 2030 agenda underlines the importance of citizenship education. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. 72. Learning for active citizenship as a pillar of learning promotes commitment to sustainable human and social development. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 73. Analytical thinking is the mental process of carefully evaluating information, determining how to interpret it in order to make a sound judgment. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 74. Students' compliance is the main goal in authoritarian approach to classroom management. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. 75. National School Inspectorate Authority, NASAE, is headed by the Director General of Ghana Education Service, GS. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. Thanks for watching and do subscribe. Cheers.